Welcome back to Lindworm, the world of Warcrow, the soon-to-be released fantasy wargame from Corvus Belli. Today we're going to take a look at the first big release for Warcrow, what it will contain, and we'll speculate on what will come next. Ready to find out what's going to be burning a hole in your wallet from July onwards? Let's go take a look. Thanks to our friends at CCG Winkle for sponsoring this video. As ever, you can pre-order the Winds from the North 2-player battle box from CCG now, and you'll find the link in the description below. You'll also find a link to the Warcrow Discord server, where a growing community of players await the arrival of the game. Join us there and keep up to date with what's coming up for Lindworm and its people. When Warcrow launches in July, there are going to be several products available for pre-order on day one. But the biggest is going to be the 2-player battle box, Winds from the North. But what is a battle box, and what else do you need to get to play the game? The Warcrow battle box is a 2-player starter set for the wargame. It shares its DNA with the 2-player initiation sets which Corvus Belli makes for their sci-fi wargame, Infinity. The idea behind these is simple. They contain everything you need to start the game. If you have nothing and have never played a wargame, these boxes hold your hand to get you into the game and learn to play. Winds from the North is exactly that. Pick this box up and you'll be playing Warcrow in no time. Let's take a look at what we know will be in the box. As with any wargame, you'll need to track a lot of information. To that end, you'll find a load of tokens to track wound, stress and other conditions in here. And what will you track them on? The lovely character profile sheets, of course. One per unit or character. Next, we have the tools to play the game. The round tracker, movement templates, and dice. Warcrow doesn't use a tape measure, so these movement templates are essential to play the game, as are the custom dice which the game uses. Then we have the paperwork, the rulebook. Typically, the initiation sets for Infinity contain a cut-down version of the rules, which focus on teaching the core ideas of the game, with a load of lore to set the scene for the uninitiated. We asked, and CB confirmed, that Warcrow will follow this style. The scenarios in the book will build to create a narrative that you run through, with each scenario adding in more rules as you progress. With all these goodies, you're going to need somewhere to play, and Winds from the North doesn't disappoint, including a set of cardboard terrain and paper mat to game on. The cardboard terrain has been very impressive from Corvus Belli in recent years, being both robust and pretty, and this set looks to continue that winning streak. The flat trees and lakes are also a nice touch, giving some thematic but easy to store terrain pieces. Then we come to the glorious bit, the hotness, and that is the minis that you use to play the game. There are 14 injection moulded thermoplastic miniatures in the box, 7 for the hegemony of Embuseg and 7 for the northern tribes. These are split, with each getting a 4-model unit, a support character, a support character spellcaster, and a leader. A full game of Warcrow is expected to be around 20 to 25 miniatures per side, so this set will form the core of a full army and is a great place to start from. There's no official word on the price of this yet, but we expect it to be around the price for the Infinity equivalent, so around €125 direct from CB. Overall, this is looking like an awesome pushing off point to start your adventures in Lindworm, and pretty good value for money. You can pre-order Winds from the North from the 15th of July 2024, or register for pre-order now in the link to CCG Winkle below. So that's the main battle box, but what else is coming out right away? Well, we know that the full rule and lore book will be available for pre-order at the same time. If you want to get stuck into the full rules plus get a feel for what's coming next, this is probably a must-have, though we do need to point out that the full rules are going to be released as a free PDF from the website. Why, then, would you want the book? For the narrative, background and artwork, simple as that. The PDF only contains the rules, it doesn't contain any of the pretty stuff and it doesn't contain the story. With Warcrow being a narrative-focused system, this will make the fluff a central part of gameplay, so I would recommend you pick it up. Next, we know that there's going to be a Beyond Winds from the North box, which adds 3 new miniatures to each of the forces in the main box. This will also contain the profile cards for all the minis in that box too. Around the same time, we'll also get Warcrow Adventures. This is a standalone dungeon crawler board game set before the events of Winds from the North. This box will have new character miniatures, but also a load of Scions miniatures, which will be usable in the wargame. If you plan to play the good guys, the Scions, then this is worth buying. Note, however, that these are PVC board gaming pieces, not thermoplastic. This will give them a slightly different look to the minis from the main battle box, so just be aware. We'd also expect to see the release of accessories like the dice and movement templates pretty quickly after launch. That will be for those who want to use minis from Adventures or from any other further releases, but don't need to buy the battle box. CB have said that there will be monthly releases for Warcrow for the foreseeable future, including the factions which are listed on the website. So we'd expect a similar design to Infinity with either 7 miniature starter forces or 10 mini action packs, which will then receive packs of multiple miniatures released to expand them further. Our bet? The release schedule will be the Scions, the Siennan, Feudum, then Mount Haven. Why? Because Scions the good guys, so we need them. The Siennan for elfy goodness, Feudum as we need knights, and then dwarfs because my Scions will need someone else to beat up. And that's what we predict you'll see in the few months following the launch of the battle box Winds from the North for Warcrow. Which launch order for the factions would you like to see? Any particular ones you can't wait to get your hands on? Thanks again to our friends at CCG Winkle for sponsoring this series. Thanks also to our patrons and channel members. Your support, guys, keeps the light on, keeps us sane. For now, that's it from Lindworm. Please like, subscribe and share this if you found it useful, and if you're not already, consider subscribing to us here or on Patreon for exclusive videos and much more besides. Thanks to our channel member Joe Rogers for all the support, and we'll see you again soon.